Hi, my name is Jason Grant, and this is Living with Integrity, a series of short stories on what it means to live with integrity. Enjoy! Understand real you. An ancient instruction is know thyself, and it's about getting to really the real bottom or the foundation of who you truly are. In English language, who are you is quite a rude statement, especially if you've never met the person before. I found that those kind of rude questions are only rude because they are somewhat attacking or frightening to one's ego. If I ask you, who are you? You ought to know that. And if you don't know, then it's very tricky to understand, for me, where you are coming from. And if you do know yourself, then it's much easier to work with you and to create results. Either way, the idea of understanding real you is a wise thing for anyone to do, and to come to the core roots and essences of themselves. When we're working with people through our Fresh Mind program, this inevitably comes out as a result and an outcome. People really get to understand their true you with a capital Y. You see, miracles do happen in life, and one of the first miracles in the universe was the miracle of Big Bang, which science tells us about. That universe suddenly sprang out of nothing into everything that we know about. So in many senses, the true you is nothingness. That's where it all starts from, and then from there on you become everything. So the deepest contemplation on this subject matter is that the true you is both nothing and everything. The I amness, the I am that I am. When somebody comes to this conclusion and really accepts and embraces and understands this, the word understand meaning to stand under and support concept, miracles do start happening. Miracles meaning that the unbelievable results start showing up. It's quite unbelievable that the entire universe came out of nothing, but that's what science tells us. I'm a scientist. I studied computer science, and I like to work with formal research, but even the informal narrative, the poetry and the prose, tells us about the miracle of creation. And as such, that miracle of creation happens always from nothing towards everything. Another thing here that's important to perhaps mention is that in the field of software engineering, there is the idea of scoping the project. That's a very important thing, because without scoping the project, we can't really ever know when we're finished. And so, to get to everything, you essentially have to start with the scope of where you want to be, and then work back to the beginning, which is nothing, and then your journey is from nothing to everything, whatever the scope is. And some people set out the scope for who they want to become, and what they want to achieve to be interplanetary, and some people's scope is literally on the level of self with a small s, and I want to have a great career for myself, end of story. We're finding that more and more of those people who are setting the scope up to have a great career are increasingly getting more and more disappointed by what life brings to them, because it's bringing more of the grander scope, for one, and two, it's asking them and challenging them to actually be a lot more self-sovereign and responsible for their own self. So it all goes back to who are you, and understanding the real you with a capital Y, that nothing and everything at the same time. And when that contemplation concludes and you accept and integrate that nothingness as the true you, you then start understanding that the true entrepreneurship or creativity or progress starts from nothing, and you literally need nothing to start, because you have that innate capability to create whatever you want as long as you remember that you are nothing and that you are heading towards everything, or that you are nothing and everything at the same time. Either way, the ego will likely get in the way, and our observable identity, as in I am my name, or I am what I do, or I am where I come from, and things like that, those small level I's get in the way for as long as we are not willing to let go of those and transcend and include them into the highest possible identity and the highest possible you that you can ever be. The sooner you understand that, the better foundation and the firmer foundation and most meaningful foundation you will have to actually work on realizing your purpose in life. So, who are you? Peace. Thank you very much for watching yet another story from Living with Integrity series. Please post in the comments on what caught your attention the most, perhaps thought that you had or a question that you have for me. I'll most likely introduce it in future episodes as a theme. Also, if you like or dislike this, please do so and share this with other friends of yours who will benefit from this. I really want to turn this into a community effort, and I'm committed to posting once or twice a week, so watch out for future episodes. Subscribe to the channel as well and ring the bell so you can get the notification when the next story is up. I've got loads and loads of these, hundreds of them in plan, so please stay tuned and let's get this channel growing. Thank you so much.